Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh Pant and I hope you all are fit and fine during this time. So I hope the preparation is going good and rank booster series of chemistry is going on as much as I can put. I'm putting it. Time constraint is there but I'm managing somehow. Same goes with physics and biology. You might be doing something or the other. Preparation might be going on well, or mathematics if you are preparing for JEE Main. Today I thought a lot of time has been over since I talked about the preparation strategies and all. So I thought why not discuss one of the very important point which can be useful for 2020, 21 or even 22 aspirants as well, or even if you are in right now class 9th or 10th and you are willing to prepare for NEET and JEE examination in future, you must know about this specific book which is one of the most hyped book in the NEET and JEE Main preparation in India, that is the NCERT. So I'll be talking about some advantages and some disadvantages of the NCERT also, and then you will get a clear-cut idea about whether you should read the book or not. If you should read, then what to read. If not, then what to do, etc. So when it comes to NCERT, I have seen students are usually happy with the NCERT book. Why? Four small books if you read and you can qualify an exam as hard as NEET or JEE examination, and you can get your dream colleges and you can get a career of your choice, then why not? Why to read big books and thick books? Some books are as heavy that you cannot pick them in a single hand also. People open that and they get frightened about the syllabus of class 11th and 12th. NCERT gives a quite nice breeze of cool air. Ki haan, theek hai, syllabus is not that much big, so students usually like it. But when you ask a faculty, should I follow the NCERT? Usually two kind of expression comes. Number one, people usually say ki haan, NCERT is an awesome book, you should follow it. Or people are in complete contrast ki nahi yaar, NCERT is not sufficient, read this, read that. Because of which the student get a lot of confusion ki whether we should read the NCERT or we should not. Because some people who are saying reading NCERT is good, they are saying so profoundly that you start leaving the confidence in the faculty who told you not to read the NCERT, or vice versa. So understand, I'm going to just clear this idea by giving you the facts and you are wise enough to decide. I'll tell my opinion also. After all, it's my video, so I can tell my opinion, but decide logically what you get the idea from here. Number one, should I use NCERT for the preparation of NEET and JEE Main, or is there some better theory book available in the market at this point of time? Answer is, there is no better theory book available. Sadly, happily, whatever I say, NCERT is the best theory book available at this point of time in the market. So yes, you will have to, you should, you must use the NCERT for the preparation of NEET and JEE Main examination, or even your board preparation or whatever you are doing. Board to anyway people use the NCERT also. But for NEET and JEE Main as well, use the NCERT properly, 100% it should be covered. So this brings us to the question that why the NCERT is so much good at this point of time in the country and no other book is available. Dekho bhai, sad reality or good reality, but the reality is that all the books that you see in the market at this point of time, they have taken the help of NCERT only to develop their own material, and they have added some additional points. You can match, even some lines directly are taken from the NCERT as well, some paragraphs are directly there. One. The main advantage of NCERT as a book for NEET and JEE Main preparation is that I will talk with respect to chemistry. You can understand for whole physics and biology also. Dekho yaar, subject is very vast. People read the same subject in class 9th also, 10th also, 11th also, 12th also, BSc also, MSc also, PhD also, postdoc also. They teach it, they do the research over it. And right now when I'm talking about it, right now when you are listening to this, at every point of time, some new research is going on in every single subject. So there is no restriction to the syllabus. So a book like NCERT or a book NCERT provides a restriction to the syllabus that how much you should prepare, because times you have got 2 years only in class 11th and 12th, or maybe one drop year included, 3 years let us say. Time is very limited and syllabus is very vast. So if you don't restrict the syllabus, if you don't know exactly what comes in the examination, you will not be able to get the desired rank. Because if I start reading one chapter properly, it might happen that complete 2 years I can just read one chapter and still not be able to complete from the history of the chapter to the future of the chapter. So understand, restriction of the syllabus is very important, and for that the book which is right now going to restrict all your syllabus in a very small pinpointed manner is the NCERT book. Other books are giving additional content, but again additional is additional. You have to read them in theory first. Let's concentrate there. Read less and getting more marks is the best strategy I feel. First point, it set the syllabus right. Many of the state boards are also following the NCERT only. They have changed the name, front page only. You might have seen, you are from different states maybe. You check your state board books as well. They are having the NCERT content. Some plus minus paragraphs they might have added or subtracted, but 80-90% NCERT content is being followed by almost most of the states, almost every state at this point of time. So that's why it restricts the syllabus very well. Point number one. Point number two, if you pick up the previous year NEET and JEE Main question bank and start matching from the NCERT exercise, solved example, in-test question and NCERT exemplar, then you will realize around 30% to 40% of the previous year questions are directly from the NCERT. Directly, when I say, I mean even the numerical values are given directly. Numerical values directly. Same values are asked in the examination, same answer given in the question bank also. So when you are sitting in the exam, you have done some questions and those exact question comes in the examination. Even if 2-3 questions per subject comes directly from the NCERT without a change of even auxiliary verb or a simple numerical value, it will be boosting your confidence to the next level, and automatically the marks will also improve significantly, plus time will be saved. And that saved time during the examination can be given to the tougher question. So this advantage is always there with a book like NCERT. Second and very major advantage. So these two are the major advantage which makes the NCERT awesome. Now, problem. What is this big but in the preparation with the NCERT? So there are two disadvantages majorly. One small disadvantage is there. Small, why I say small, you will understand. NCERT is a very good book for restricting the syllabus, but when it comes to practice, it just gives you the practice of the theoretical topics, like theoretical, better to say subjective questions. Objective questions are not there in the NCERT in ample amount. So that time-bound practice is not given by the NCERT for the objective problems. Yes, some exercise question and NCERT exemplar is complementary, but exemplar also does not involve very good numerical questions. Theory questions are covered, but 13-14 theory questions cannot cover the whole chapter in detail. So for practice, it is extremely important to follow a specific question bank. And for that, yes, you will have to join some coaching institute to give you a complementary material for like updated complementary material for your practice. That is the advantage of the coaching institute at this point of time. And right now many online institutes are running at this point of time. We can at very cheap cost, you can very easily get a good question bank for practicing the question. Understand what the objective of practice for the preparation of NEET and JEE examination is. Not practicing how to do the question. It is also 90% objective of practicing is to remember the concepts. So when you read a concept, you can't remember it as much, but when you practice the questions over it, then only you can remember. So there has to be at least one question from each paragraph in any question bank you try, and NCERT does not fulfill this criteria. So it's not a very good practice book. In fact, it's just 10% good as a practice book, but restricting the theory, reading the theory is very good from the NCERT when it comes to the end phase of the revision. Which brings us to the second drawback of reading the NCERT. Second drawback is that NCERT is a very awesome book for second reading, but it's a suicidal attempt in the first reading. That means if you are reading from NCERT with the hope that you will build some concept, then bhaiya NCERT is not for you. That means if you are not attending a regular class, it's like NCERT is a coded language. You have to firstly understand the theory, and then only you have to read the NCERT, and then only some missed point which you missed in the class, those points can be covered from the NCERT also. So in NCERT there are many lines. If you have read the NCERT, you will understand there are many lines like, what do you think will happen, question mark. And sometimes those who are my students, they will understand I make fun of this kind of lines in NCERT also and discuss them in the class. I ask them what would happen, and they are not able to answer. And then I make fun of them ki dekho yaar, NCERT is thinking that you are so much smart that you will know the answer of every question. They have not mentioned that in the NCERT. So NCERT book is written with an objective that people will read and then they will put some questions in the middle. So what do you think will happen? So it is obviously like that. So this obvious what will happen are not so obvious, are not so easy questions that a student can read the NCERT only and get it. So yes, faculty's role is very important here. There is no specific book in which I can say you can read this book and the whole NCERT can get clear. Several books you have to read. So there the role of faculty comes into play. Maybe in future some very good book will come and it comes across me. I will suggest you also without any problem. But at this point of time, you need a faculty who would have given some reading to 2-3 books, and he would have understand in which book which content is better to explain the NCERT. You must attend the class of that faculty, make your notes, read properly in the class, and then read the NCERT. So what will happen for explaining NCERT? We have to go beyond NCERT also. Obviously, for explaining NCERT, you will have to go beyond NCERT. NCERT gives you information. Explanations are restricted in NCERT. That's why the syllabus is kept in a small 4 books. है ना भाई? So the faculty will be able to give you the explanation of each line, each paragraph, and then when you read from the NCERT, it will restrict the syllabus for you. Advantage of NCERT you have to use, but disadvantage you should be saved of. So the conclusion is that how you should prepare using the NCERT. Firstly, if you are willing to read any other theory book, I think it's a waste of time. Any coaching institute you join, any good coaching institute you join in this country at this point of time, I'm very happy to say those who are giving the preparation of NEET and JEE all over the country, they are at a very decent level of education, and this thing has risen significantly in the last 10 years. I have seen suddenly very high knowledgeable people have entered into this segment. They are working really very hard, learning every day and developing a content which can give a very proper explanation of all the concepts of class 11, 12th level. So if you join any coaching institutes, you have been given some notes, you have been taught in the class, make sure you revise the notes every day, and then make sure that specific part to read from the NCERT to get the idea, to get the boundary of up to where you have to go. Maybe you got stuck in some point and that is not there in the NCERT. So make sure that you clarify that from the faculty as well. But in case you are still not understanding, but it's not there in the NCERT, you can sacrifice that point. You can just leave that point and go ahead with the NCERT in the remaining things. But don't start reading the NCERT by yourself and start assuming that you'll be able to understand the concept, because science is more tougher than what NCERT thinks it is for the kids of age 15, 16 and 17 years of age. So that is about the whole conclusion part. Second part, the major part of conclusion, reading is okay from NCERT. NCERT exercise should be completed as well. Solved examples should be completed as well. And example should be completed as well. But you have, my students would be knowing this thing very well, that solved example and test question I ask them to do along with the first reading, along with the theory of NCERT itself. But exercise and exemplar, I ask them to do during revision. So when you have properly practiced each and every point from the material your institute might have provided, or the question bank that you have bought or maybe got from your brother, sister somewhere, very easily available, second-hand price also you can get from the market, any good coaching institute material you can use. So once you get the material, once you practice them properly, then for the revision, it's always better to complete the NCERT exercise, because from there a direct question will come. So the investment of time to the return of marks is very less with NCERT. With lesser amount of time you invest, more marks you can achieve for the same syllabus in chemistry, physics, biology and mathematics. I can't comment. I can't comment in mathematics. Physics, chemistry, biology I can say yes. So the conclusion I think you have understood. So NCERT is good or bad? I would say NCERT is better than any other book in the market. Awesome book? No. But there is no other option available. There are some small printing mistakes also that will happen in any material. But more or less NCERT right now is the best option available to you. Any change in that option would happen, I would certainly come and let you know. But right now, do follow NCERT. Thank you so much.